I like this guy, Michael Jepson. He left a few comments here recently, and I like what he has to say. I like hearing a voice that is a little bit different than my own, but yet still sheds light on my whole theories. By the way, I moved the camera around my living room just to, it's all about lighting. So much of my videos being good or not, in my mind, has to do with lighting. But I look so green. I look so green. My skin looks green. In other lights I look red, but let me get it to where I think it looks pretty. Hey, that looks pretty good lighting, right? Yeah, okay. Which is where I started in my series that I was recording now. Okay, check out what Michael has to say. The first video is actually the trailer for this channel, which is called Am I Losing My Hair? Going Bald, Receding Hairline. That's my channel trailer. It's like a 1.01 second video. Michael Jepson says, quote, when I was 32, I saw that I was beginning to recede in my hairline. I thought I was going to go bald. It terrified me and plagued me for years. I have 3 older brothers that were a good 12 to 16 years older than me. They told me that they too went through the left side of the hair receding. I wasn't convinced. I would look at my hair in the mirror a million times a day. Totally sucked. That was 14 years ago. Okay, so let's do the math. 32 plus 14, 46. I'm an English major. I have an English degree, not math. 46, right? He's 46. Oh, the next sentence. I'm 46. Okay, good. So my math is right. My left side went up and I still don't like it. My right never moved. The girl who cut my hair last time said I had gray hair, but I still at times make myself sick by looking at my hairline on my left side. Nick, I don't think you're gonna lose your hair. I think your hair is going to be like your uncle's, which by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen my one Mexican Italian uncle. He's been on a couple of my videos. And he's also on my other channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog, because we are doing a DNA test on him to find out if he and my mom's DNA shows the same. Because my mom's side of the family was supposed to be Mexican and Italian, but instead the Italian side was Jewish and Middle Eastern. So we're wanting to see if his shows up the same way as hers. Anyway, so he's on that channel, and he's 61 or 2. I mean, but his hairline is like, I want to say it's juvenile. I can't even see any temple receding at all. At all. But anyway, so yeah. So imagine, and he's got, so my mom has 3 brothers. They're all in their 60s, and they all have, they don't even have Norwod ones. They're like all juvenile hairlines in their 60s. And a long time ago, I had talked about this on my channel, that if I've got anything going for me as far as me not going bald, it's going to be the fact that I have 3 uncles on the same side of my mom's side. She's got 3 brothers, no sisters. All 3 brothers in their 60s and zero hair loss. Can they grow beards? I've never seen them grow a beard. That's a good question. All right. So that's interesting. I like this. This is interesting. So anyway, he says, talking about Mary, he says, you can tell it has receded. He says, but I'm 46 and no one thinks I'm going bald. I only notice it because I'm partially obsessed with it. I know I will have plenty of hair well into my 60s. Don't sweat it. So I think it's a very fresh perspective, and I'm very grateful for that, Michael. There's another comment he left on another video too. I hope that you've seen the video that I made a while back called Best Way to Predict Hair Loss, Your 1-year-old Photo. A lot of you will email me and say, hey Nick, am I going bald? And you'll show me a picture of yourself now. That's only half of it. I gotta see what you look like at age 1, not 6 months, not a year and a half. Age 1 is a projection of you at age 35. So I did a video showing mine and showing you how it's identical. My hairline at age 1 is identical to when I was 35 about a year and a half ago. Michael had said, quote, you've got an awesome mom, meaning that she saved that picture and she had that picture made. He said, put your mind at ease. I tormented myself for 14 years. Guess what? I never went bald. It does come from your mom's side, though. My grandfather came from the line of the Kennedys. All the males on my mom's side had the same hairline. It recedes, but we don't go bald. Be at peace. You will not go bald. Trust me. End quote. So the reason I wanted to share these comments today from Michael is it's a reminder to my own self. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to thrust yourself forward into a version of reality in which you're confident you're going to go bald, so that you're ready for it. You go ahead and buzz your hair, you get ready for it, you let everybody else get ready for it, you get used to it. People, hey, you look good that way, and then you just wait and it doesn't happen. That's going to be the reality for a lot of us. Now, some of you have already got past that point, and you're already, Norwod 4, or you've got so much thinning that you're buzzing it off. But I'm sharing these comments to remind myself and to remind a lot of you that we might not actually go bald. We might just have the beginning stages of it, and then it can freeze, it can stop. And I think that's why there's so much anxiety and paranoia when it comes to guys of any age that have Norwood too. Because once you go much past that, you're going to get to where it's more noticeable. And of course, if you're before the age of 35, according to my theories, you're going to be the guy that ends up balding for the rest of his life instead of keeping most of his hair most of his life. And I really think that I can be on the fence either way. We look at my dad's side of the family, in my mind, they're the stereotypical European genes where you are just balding your whole life. You start in your 20s barely, and then you're just balding all your whole life. Maybe not ever quite fully Norwood 6 or 7, but maybe just Norwood 5 for a lot of your adult years. Like that's that British English side that what my dad's DNA is. But then there's my mom's side. My mom's side, where she's got 3 brothers in their 60s with 0 hair loss. So it is interesting. It's like, ultimately, am I the ultimate crossbreed of my parents when it comes to the hair? Will I experience definite receding and some thinning, but ultimately pretty much keep my hair for the rest of my life? Almost like the mystery of men in Hollywood who begin hair loss and then suddenly it just freezes because they got something done to it, like a hair transplant, or they started taking some kind of drug or something like that. So maybe I'm the perfect crossbreed between the two. Maybe it's like when you have a guy who's African American and he marries someone who is of European descent, American, and then their kid turns out perfectly mixed with both of those traits. Like maybe that's me, but like with hair loss. I have a dad who has all the genes for balding and bearded, and then a mom who all of her brothers kept all of their hair into their 60s. So that puts me in the middle. But ultimately, I can't even say that I'm hoping that I get to keep my hair, because that puts me in that victim mindset where, but what happens if I do? Oh no, my life's over. So instead I choose to just go ahead and assume that it's going to fall on this side of the fence. I'll lose my hair. And with or without hair, I like shaving off my hair time to time anyway. Buzzing it off, I should say. All right. Thank you for those comments. Even if you got nothing out of this, which you've got something out of it. Even if you didn't get much out of it, I've got a lot. There's a feather that came out of it. My mom got me this for Christmas 3 Christmases ago. It's made with goose feathers, and one just flew out. What was I talking about?